Welcome back, everybody, to the Seattle Sonics, MyNBA franchise here on NBA 2K22. We have made it to the All-Star break here in year number 3. Last episode was the trade deadline, and it was a crazy one. A lot of big moves around the league. De'Aaron Fox to Washington, Anthony Davis to Atlanta, and of course our moves. We acquired DeJounte Murray from the San Antonio Spurs and reacquired Jakob Poeltl from the Houston Rockets. Goga Bitadze was part of the trade to get DeJounte Murray, so we did need to get some size, and I wanted to bring back Jakob Poeltl because I liked what he provided for us in the past. As for DeJounte Murray, played his college ball at the University of Washington, a do-it-all point guard who is on the final year of his contract, but somebody who I think can possibly push our team over the edge. So far, Murray is 4-0 as a Sonic. We've won every game that we've played with him, and he has looked good. And I think there's no reason for us not to give him an extension at the end of the year unless he asks for an obscene amount of money. So overall, I think the team is in a great spot going into the All-Star break. We're the number 1 seed currently in the Western Conference. Life is good. And not only are we the number 1 seed, but we're the top seed convincingly. 6.5 games over the second-place Memphis Grizzlies. So as long as we don't fall flat on our face for the final 25 or so games of the year, we should be fine in getting that top seed. The only team with a better record than us in the entire NBA is the Chicago Bulls, who are 43-17, leading the Eastern Conference. The Eastern Conference is a lot better than the West this year, and I think if we were in the East, we'd probably be a little bit closer to the middle, more like that 3 to 4 seed range. So here at the All-Star break, we obviously have a number of our players participating because we're a good team, so I would hope that we're going to have some guys in the festivities. We have 3 players in the Rising Stars game, all of whom are on Team USA, with Buzz Wigginton, Oscar J. Basilin, and Kyril Story. So arguably our 3 best players, not including DeJounte Murray, who's been here for about 5 minutes, will be participating in the Rising Stars game. So hopefully Team USA wins because they have all of our representatives. We're going to simcast this game. Team USA is going to be the team whose score is on the right, and Team World is the one on the left. So it's a pretty close start early on. Team World gets to a nice lead, but then Team USA pulls away in the second half to win it 113-105. Jayon Azkaban leads the way with 20 points. Zaquan Hobbs with 18. Kyril Story had 15. Oscar had 11. And Buzz had 9, 12, and 7, doing a little bit of everything. Chidubem Iharirika, recently traded to the Kings, scores 23 for Team World in the loss. So now for the 3-point and dunk contests. A very star-studded 3-point contest, and then in the slam dunk contest is our very own Oscar J. Basilin, joined by the defending dunk contest champion Boama Chukwumereji, along with Jalen Green and an injured Obi Toppin. Oscar was supposed to be in the dunk contest last year, if you remember, but he got hurt right before the All-Star break, so he gets to be in it this year, joined by a very star-studded cast, including Boama, who stands at 7'5" and won the dunk contest last year. We know Jalen Green can get up there, and then Obi Toppin's replacement will be Ja Morant. So pretty much an upgrade. I don't know why they would have wanted Obi over Ja Morant originally, but oh well, we're going to go with it. So first off is Boama Chukwumereji, the native of Senegal, standing at 7'5". Hello! That's a start. Was that like a 180 windmill or something? I think Boama should try to break the rim today. That would get him some good points. Yeah, that was a 180 windmill. Only gets a 34. These judges are mean. Do they have 5 Dwayne Wades at the scorer's table? Jeez. It wasn't some insane dunk, but I feel like that's a little bit disrespectful. So that'll bring up Oscar for his first dunk of the day. We know he has got some bunnies. Hello! Okay, that's not too bad. Oscar threw it up for himself. I think he did like a 180 mid-air sort of cradle and reverse dunk. That's a nice move. As we take a look at the replay here, a great slam for Oscar J. Basilin as he gets his dunk contest started off strong with a 44 on the scoreboard. I think a 44 is a little high, but I do think that dunk was better than the first one, so I think it's a fair score, but I think they're being a little bit kind to us. That'll bring up Jalen Green now of the Houston Rockets. He's had a pretty nice season for himself, averaging around 21 points per game, turning into an all-around player. Green, okay, that's fine. He went for a simple 360. I mean, 360s are no easy task, but I don't know. I feel like there could have been more there on that dunk. He gets a 34, the same score that Buana got. So far, so good for Oscar, as that'll bring up our final contestant, Ja Morant, who's averaging a clean 30 points per game. He has been balling out. I'm expecting big things from Ja Morant, as he is supposed to be the star of the show tonight. So here goes Ja! Oh, that's it? Are you kidding? Is that it? This is the slam dunk contest. Could he not have thought of anything better? If you moved that rim down by, say, like a foot, I could have probably did that. And I'm a 5'9" unathletic white kid. I mean, come on, man. He gets a 26. That's 26 points too high, if you ask me. I get that Ja Morant was a last-second replacement for Obi Toppin, but still, that was brutal. So Oscar J. Basile leads the first round by a lot, because all the other dunks sucked. As that will bring us to the second round, the defending champ, Buana Chukwumeregi, kicks us off after a solid first dunk. Ooh, that was nice! I can't lie, that was nice. For someone who's 7'5", to do that is impressive. As he went for the through-the-legs reverse. I don't even think he's a lefty, and they give him a 36. These judges have been awfully mean to Buana today. I feel like they're just hating on him for no reason. So that'll bring up Oscar here for the second dunk. He can clinch it right here. Oscar goes with the through-the-legs! A beauty from Oscar J. Basile, and that might be the dagger. Honestly, I would have preferred to see him posterize Buana. I think that would have been a good 50. And Oscar did dunk on Buana Chukwumeregi earlier in the season, if you remember. But that's a pretty nice dunk, too. I don't want to take anything away from that. He gets a 46. I think that dunk looked a little bit more impressive than Buana's. But both of them were through the legs. I don't know how there's a 12-point difference or whatever. But that means Oscar J. Basile has already clinched the dunk contest victory. But we'll see what Jalen Green and Ja Morant do for their last two dunks. The dunk contest is only 2 rounds. So that's why Oscar has already won. Not too bad from Jalen Green. He's not sure if it's good, doing the thumbs up, thumbs down. But yeah, I would say that's pretty solid. And he gets a 48. Okay, maybe that's a little bit high, but that was a pretty good dunk. And that'll bring up Ja Morant, who probably does not deserve another dunk after an embarrassment in the first round. I mean, come on. He just went for a simple left-hand slam. He could probably do nothing on this play, and it would be better. I mean, it's better, but again, that's something that Ja Morant could very easily do in a game. A right-hand tomahawk slam. It's better than his last dunk, but he gets a 27. I appreciate that these judges are being deservedly critical of Ja Morant. So that will conclude our slam dunk contest. Seattle's own Oscar J. Basile is the champ. The rest of the dunk contest was very underwhelming, but hey, a win's a win. So that'll bring us to the All-Star game. Now, being the #1 seed in the Western Conference, we should have at least one All-Star, but of course we do not. Why? I don't know. Buzz Wigginton absolutely belongs in the All-Star game this year. There are numerous players who he is absolutely more deserving than, but they're not going to give him the spot. So no Buzz, none of our players in the All-Star game, so we will just simcast it. The captains are Giannis Antetokounmpo and Steph Curry. Giannis's team score is on the right, Curry's is on the left, and it looks to be a pretty good game. Team Giannis kind of pulling away, and Team Giannis does get the win. 112-124 is your final. Giannis with 20 and 6. He's probably the All-Star MVP, although Trae Young had a nice game, 18 and 6 on efficient shooting. Luka, Jokic, LeBron, and DeAndre Ayton also in the double figures. As for Team Steph, Steph himself led the scoring with 22 points. LaMelo had 20 and 6, 17 for Tatum. And Jaren Jackson, along with Kawhi Leonard, were also in the double figures. So that concludes the All-Star break, a pretty successful one for us. And I wanted to play this first game out of the All-Star break against the Spurs because, of course, we did just make the big trade with them at the deadline. Now, our roster exception is up, so we actually have to sign someone. I went after Patty Mills. I think he'll be a good veteran to have in the locker room. Probably won't play a lot, but he's an experienced vet who has some championship rings. We're also at the contract deadline, and we won't be making any moves here at the moment. DeJounte Murray, of course, is the big one. He wants around $20 million a year, which I think is perfectly fair, but he plans on testing the open market. The only player who wants to re-sign for right now is RJ Hampton. I'm not going to do that. I probably will bring him back in the offseason, but we're not going to make that move yet. So that brings us to this matchup against the Spurs. DeJounte Murray returns to San Antonio. Goga Bitadze, BJ Boston, and Jordan Poole get to play against their former squad as well. Spurs up early, 4-0. Here's Oscar, blocked at the rim. What a play by Daniel Gafford to swat it away. He did not want to get postered on Oscar after his dunk contest winning performance. Here on the inbound, Dumas gets it over to Kyril Story, the talented rookie out of the University of Clemson, who gets the mid-range shot to fall. DeJounte Murray with the ball got a loud ovation at the beginning of the game from the Spurs faithful and very well deserved. Gets the assist over to Oscar J. Basilin, who gets his first points of the game off of a 3. Here's Jayon Azkavan, former top pick a few years ago, with a nice move inside. He was in the same draft class as Buzz Wigginton, and if you remember, had we not picked Buzz at number 1, it would have been Jayon Azkavan, who I thought was the second best player in the class. Azkavan gets the mid-ranger to go down, and he's gotten off to a really strong start to his career at the Spurs. He's a good player. Oscar J. Basilin misses the slam. That was not the same Oscar we saw in the dunk contest earlier. Spurs taking on the fast break as Devin Vassell hits the 3. And San Antonio's looking real good early. Oscar passes it out for DeJounte Murray. Contested 3 in the corner. Will fall. Murray with his first points back in San Antonio, as it's now 15-14. Kevin Porter Jr. gets it out to an open man. It's killer Cam Reddish off the bench for 3. Seattle leads 17-15 as Jordan Poole gets the screen from Goga Bitadze. A couple former Sonics making that play as Poole hits the 3. I'm not 100% sure if this is true, but I'm pretty sure through the first 2.5 seasons of the series, Jordan Poole is probably the Sonics' all-time scoring leader thus far. Terry Rozier hits a 3 for the Spurs. We're now knotted up at 23 apiece. Rozier finds Gordon Hayward from beyond the arc. This Spurs team is a very deep bench. Guys like Hayward, Poole, Rozier, and Goga Bitadze along with Keldon Johnson. It's a really good second unit they have as Keldon Johnson gets the layup to put San Antonio up by 7. Johnson, nursing a knee injury, is active playing today. As here is Kevin Porter Jr. with a nice move inside for the layup. Good play for KPJ as it's now 25-30. Keldon Johnson guarded by Talen Horton-Tucker inside for the slam. Poor defense there by THT, and the Spurs are going to get it for a last-second shot, possibly trying to make it a double-digit lead. Rozier at the buzzer, tight defense from Porter, and it's no good. That'll conclude quarter number 1. A good start here for the San Antonio Spurs. They lead it 32-25. Now it's 32-27. Buzz Wigginton gets it over to Cam Reddish. Back to Buzz. Deep 3. Bang! Nice shot for Buzz, who did not score in the first quarter, but he does get that one to go down for his first points of the game. 30-32. Daniel Gafford goes inside for the slam. Buzz Wigginton trails after him a little bit too late. 38-32 now. Javion Thompson, the new starting point guard with the DeJounte trade over to Sabonis, gets it for Jayon Azkavan with a nice move to the basket. This Spurs team is right sort of in the middle when it comes to a fringe playoff team, maybe a play-in team, so the rest of this season is super important for them. Good 3 for Kyril Story out the inbound. He now has 7, and Seattle makes it a 1-score game. Here comes Oscar going to the basket with the slam. Oscar J. Basilin throws it down. The slam dunk contest champion making his mark here in the first half. 39-40. There's Kyril Story for 3 and the lead. A couple of threes here in the second quarter for Kyril Story as the Sonics are up top 42-40. Off the inbound, Spurs are right back on top. Jayon Azkavan hits the triple, but the Sonics would regain the lead 44-43. Johnson hits it off the backboard. Seattle with it on the fast break. Dumas over to Buzz for Oscar J. Basilin, who connects. Oscar has 11 points in the first half, continuing to make a name for himself now that really the rest of the NBA world knows who he is, but we've known about him for quite a while, and we know that he can ball as he connects with Kevin Porter Jr. from deep. Seattle up by 4 with 3.5 to go in the first half. The former Sonic, Jordan Poole, gets a screen from the former Sonic, Goga Bitadze. Poole pump fakes on Pirtle, gets the slam. Nice move for Jordan Poole, and it's 49-47. Talen Horton-Tucker with a nice crossover, and he throws it down. Talen Horton-Tucker with his first point of the game, and it's now 51-47. Keldon Johnson with a pick from Goga inside for the slam. Goga Bitadze is doing all the little things today. That's what he did so well in Seattle, and I'm happy to see he's still doing it with the Spurs. Jordan Poole wide open for three and the lead. Jordan Poole with a great first half score, and he already has 8 points, and the Spurs are up 52-51. Jakob Poeltl backs down on Bitadze. Nice move. Jakob Poeltl gets the bucket, and the Sonics are right back on top as it continues to be a back-and-forth start. Jordan Poole blocked at the rim by Jakob Poeltl. Seattle on the fast break. Here comes Kevin Porter Jr. with the monster two-handed slam. A great play for Porter as Talen Horton-Tucker tries to draw the charge. No good. But then Goga Bitadze gets the and-one putback. Dikembe Mutombo, the rookie, is called for the foul, and the Spurs bring it back within 2 with about 37 seconds left in the quarter. There's Gordon Hayward for 3, and the lead! Gordon Hayward connects from deep, 57-58. Not a lot of time left in this first half. Hampton, no good. Rebounded by Jakob Poeltl. Blocked at the rim by Bitadze, but Cam Reddish gets it back. He sinks the layup. Seattle takes the lead back with 21 seconds left in the quarter. One more shot for the Sonics. It's Reddish. Step back. No good. That'll do it for the first half. A very exciting start to this game. A back-and-forth opening. But the Seattle Sonics do have a lead. 59-58 over the Spurs. Oscar J. Basile leads the way with 13-4 as the NBA world continues to recognize that he is a baller. Jayon Azkavan, early fadeaway 3 to put the Spurs right back on top. 59-61. Azkavan gets it over to Thompson. Back to Azkavan with the slam. Jayon Azkavan has been phenomenal in this ball game for the Spurs. Seattle cannot stop him. Gafford down low, misses, grabs his own rebound, and gets the putback. Nice play for Daniel Gafford as it's now 63-65. Here's the rookie Chance Dumas. Floats it up, no good. Rebounded by Buzz Wigginton, who makes a nice move inside now with 11. And this game is tied at 65. Here is Javion Thompson. Gets it over to Domantas Sabonis, who finds, guess who? Jayon Azkavan showing off his bag down low. 2-point lead for the Spurs. Here comes DeJounte Murray. Connects with Oscar off the catch. Hits the 3. Oscar J. Basile has been dominant in this one. He leads Seattle with 18 points. Thompson, double-teamed, finds a wide-open man in the corner. It's Jayon Azkavan, who continues to be a problem. 70 apiece now. Oscar J. Basile, wide-open 3 is good. And this is just a duel right now between Jayon Azkavan and Oscar J. Basile, who are both just completely dominating. Hampton's pass is going to be turned over. Jayon Azkavan with the steal on the other end. Spin move, pump fake, hezzy, and it still goes in. Jayon Azkavan is still on fire. 73-74. Here's Porter with the fake dunk. Goes for the layup. Okay, KPJ. That'll put Seattle back up by 1 as the Spurs try to regain the lead. Azkavan for Goga Bitadze, who makes the reverse dunk. 75-76. Here's Cam Reddish trying to create some space. Reddish left wide open for 3. Gordon Hayward just did not feel like playing defense on him. And the Sonics are right back on top. Neither one of these teams are able to hold the lead in this game. Keldon Johnson gets too much space from Horton-Tucker. He makes the 3. Spurs back up by 1. 82-83. Here's Bitadze down low, guarded by Horton-Tucker. Bitadze floats it up, no good. Grabs his own rebound and gets the putback. A great play for Goga Bitadze, who has also looked impressive against his old squad. Gordon Hayward open in the corner for 3. The Spurs lead by 6. A big end to the third quarter for San Antonio. Sonics do answer back. Nice layup for Kevin Porter Jr. And that brings the deficit within 2. The full court shot from Terry Rozier will not fall. So another very exciting quarter of basketball, but it's the Spurs now up top as we enter the 4th. Sabonis gets it to Azkavan off the screen. Welcome to the circus, because we've got acrobatics in full form. Jayon Azkavan with a great layup. Azkavan connects with Javion Thompson for 3. And the Spurs with their biggest lead of the day at 9. Still about 8 minutes left, but The Spurs are really hitting their stride these past couple minutes, and Seattle needs to do some damage off the timeout. That's a good start. DeJounte Murray with the layup. He's done a little bit of everything today with 7 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. Here is Azkaban, gets the screen from Gafford. Azkaban lets it fly! The flamethrower is fully ignited. Jayon Azkaban makes it a 10-point game, now an 8-point game. There's Kyril Story for the slam. And right when the Spurs go on a run, it seems like Seattle is creepily crawling their way back and forth. But then they do that. A turnover for Azkaban, who finds Devin Vassell open for 3. And right when the Sonics start coming back, the Spurs hit a couple big shots. Now only a 5-point game, 98-103. It's Devin Vassell again for 3. Now it's a 6-point game. Here comes Oscar J. Basilin with a mean poster over 2 defenders. There's a reason why he won the slam dunk contest, folks. It's that right there. Oscar J. Basilin, who has springs in his legs, makes it a 4-point game with about 3 minutes. Gafford gets by Buzz. He throws it down, and it's back to a 4-point game. Azkaban for 3, no good. Great defense by Oscar, rebounded by Dumas. Seattle on the fast break. Oscar J. Basilin open for 3. And Seattle brings it within 1. A big shot for Oscar. Jayon Azkaban has been ice cold the past couple minutes while Oscar is heating up. Reverse dunk for the lead. The Spurs cannot stop him. They can only look to contain him. Oscar lives above the rim today, and he has completely built a nest up there. He's been high up so often. 109-108. Vassell is fouled by Chance Dumas with 37.4 seconds. Vassell and Dumas exchange some words as Devin Vassell can give the Spurs the lead. The first free throw is good. That'll tie it. The second one for the lead connects. So the Spurs are now up by 1 as Seattle calls their second to last timeout. Kyril Story, pump fake over to DeJounte Murray! And it's Murray, the former Spur, who hits the big shot. And the Sonics regain the lead. 112-110, a huge 3 for DeJounte Murray in his return to San Antonio. And now the Spurs get it off the timeout. Rozier, guarded by Oscar, inside, it's good! Terry Rozier ties it up at 112. What an exciting game as the Sonics call their final timeout. Clock sits at 20.4 seconds. Shot clock is unplugged. So Seattle can go for the 2, they can go for the 3, they can go for a quick shot, they can hold, they can really do whatever they want. But I think you got to get the ball in Oscar J. Basilin's hands if you can, because he has been a game changer today. Reddish off the inbound, gets it over to DeJounte Murray. Murray taking his time, now gets it over to Oscar, who's going to dribble out the clock. Now sitting at around 8 seconds. Oscar dribbles by Murray. Can't get open. Tough defense by the Spurs. Oscar trapped. Oscar creates some room for the win. It's good! Oscar J. Basilin has won it for Seattle. 114-112. The Sonics take it home. What a move by Oscar. Spin move past 2 defenders. Off the dribble. Long 2 for the win. And he connects. I think it's fair to say the NBA world knows his name after today. As we look at the replay again, he definitely got that shot off in time. Wow. What a game. What a finish. This had to have been the most exciting game of the year, right? With easily the most exciting ending. A huge buzzer beater for Oscar J. Basilin, who has had quite the episode today, winning the slam dunk contest, dropping a season high in points, and hitting the buzzer beater. It really doesn't get much better than that. Plus, he had like 3 posters. So, all in all, a great day for Oscar J. Basilin. A great win here for the Seattle Sonics. As we take a look at the final box score, Oscar finished with 32 points, along with Jayon Azkaban, who was great for the Spurs. Vassell, Rozier, and Gafford also in the double figures for San Antonio. Along with the big performance from Oscar. Kyril Story with 18 and 6. Buzz had 17 and 9. KPJ with 15 off the bench. DeJounte Murray 12, 7, and 6, including a huge 3. Cam Reddish also with 12. So we're going to conclude today's episode here. We're not going to do any more simming because we've already gone through a lot today, and I plan on simulating early in the next episode. But we have fully made it to the home stretch of season number 3. I'm probably going to have I would say realistically 2 more regular season episodes, if that. If we clinch the 1 seed next episode, we'll have no reason not to go right to the postseason. I hope everybody enjoyed. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Let me know what you thought of the dunk contest and the game. Peace out.